To be honest with you, I would
yeah.
easily say to you, Motswako was the birth of all new inventions within the hip-hop space. All milestones that were reached within the hip-hop space was through Motswako. Yes, the first hip-hop act to charge that kind of price, Motswako. The first hip-hop act to ever perform with a 2,500 choir and a 72-piece band orchestra was Dukes, Motswako. You know what I mean? So when you look at the first person to fill up a place of 20,000 plus within that space, Motswako. You know, the first person to host on TV, on radio, and still be a rapper, Motswako, Jeba.
Over the years, there have been different views and beliefs on how Motswako originated, with some saying it originated from Mafikeng, with Khuli Chana as the founder, while others say Botswana's nomadic is the Motswako originator. If you were to ask any Motswako rapper though, where it started is not as significant as what the genre is built on, and that is unity, authenticity, and keeping the Tswana tradition alive as a family rather than seek ownership. More so that the people of Mafikeng and Gaborone view themselves as family, with many having family ties on either side of the border. When the genre was born, it was created by some of the greatest Tswana-speaking wordsmiths, from their hunger to express themselves and give the Tswana-speaking cities of Mahikeng and Gaborone an identity in hip-hop. Although the language and genre are more akin to Botswana, it was in the streets of Mafikeng that Motswako blossomed. The subgenre gave the small town in the province a chance to rally behind something, but more importantly, it inspired a cultural insurgence against the Western influence on South African hip-hop, therefore defying tradition and effectively setting up an unprecedented trend in South Africa. Motswako is based on charisma, feel-good vibes, and storytelling, and competing against it made any other hip-hop subgenre sound inferior. Botswana, where Setswana is predominantly spoken, allowed for artists such as HHP, Khuli Chana, and Cassper Nyovest to build their fan bases at a young age, appearing in local magazines such as Kutlwano and popular youth radio station Yarona FM, of which such opportunities were hard to come by in Johannesburg. The genre would go on to have its fair share of domination over the rap game, with stars such as Summer Award winner Duk Senganga, as well as the legendary rap group Merafi, which included Khuli Chana. However, it wasn't until hip-hop Ansola stepped into the scene with his Lekoko Entertainment and carried the torch at a time when audiences weren't as receptive to local hip-hop, taking Motswako and South African hip-hop to unforeseen heights. HHP expanded Motswako's reach beyond South Africa's borders, being the first South African rapper to collaborate with a host of international artists, from American singer Amy in his 2007 single Music and Lights to Nas in his 2009 single Giledim. His fifth studio classic album, YBA to NW, arguably the most important album to emerge from the subgenre, was the first to assert the necessity of Motswako rappers to work as a collective, an idea captured in two of the album's underrated songs, Lekokola Lekoko and We Built the City. It also introduced one of the most important voices in South African hip-hop, Mo Molim, who followed up his appearance on the album with two seminal projects of his own, his 2007 debut album, Amanzi, and Rebel Without a Pause from 2010. Botswana's contribution came from Zeus, whose 2008 debut, Freshly Baked, solidified Botswana's grasp on a popular culture it co-created. But Motswako's mad scientists, the producers, and DJs who planted its seed have received very little recognition for their efforts. No Motswako producer has had as much impact as Tasso. His beats secured the longevity of the genre and some of its pioneers.
But really, for me to feel that I'm appreciated within the game, I'm loved within the game, I'm even welcomed within the game, I felt like I'm an outsider constantly. And to me is, a couple of people have actually mentioned it, that Tsele Tsakara. So
you're not in a fraternity,
you're not with it, you know what I mean? So that automatically said, oh, okay, so I'm an outsider. Let me accept it. Let me deal with it my own way, and let me continue doing what I do.
Outsider. But if you realize though, like Joburg, who's running Joburg? Let's be honest.
Outsiders, to be honest with you.
No DJ has kept his fire burning than DJ Lemonka. His Motswako tapes albums have been pivotal in unearthing new talent, particularly Notsi, who was heralded as the heir to the Motswako dynasty, but emerged at a time when Motswako had begun to regress as a collective. Despite his 2010 album Insert Coin receiving rave reviews, Notsi remained largely in the musical wilderness. That would also be the fate of many of his peers who struggled to locate that sense of unity that solidified the subgenre. Lemonka has continued to keep Motswako alive with his Motswako Mantaga series, where Motswako listers drop freestyle verses on Mondays. Notable features include Botswana's Drama Boy. The genre has had its fair share of issues throughout the years, as it grew to be one of the best in Africa.
What made Motswako a thing, what made Motswako powerful, was the unity. That's the thing. And as soon as we were all kind of like working apart, something died. Something got lost. Real talk, you know. So something really special happened at Mavtown Heights 2018. And, you know, this was like a sad realization for me that the platform was created to unite the fraternity. And every year I experience the movement growing apart. You know what I'm saying?
However, Motswako is still one of Southern Africa's first and true original African hip-hop genres, built out of morals, philosophies, and values, which is why it carries much influence. Motswako was more than just an ish to rap. It was a response to something much more bigger than Motswako listas themselves, a world much larger than the streets of Mafikeng. Today, the subgenre is nothing near what it used to be. The unity its late pioneer Jabba once aspired and preached as the pivotal ingredient to keep Motswako going has all but faded. But some of Southern Africa's biggest artists still call Motswako home. Among them, the biggest South African rapper, Cassper Nyovest, who not so long ago became the first South African rapper to fill a 160,000-seater arena. Cassper provided one of the most memorable Motswako verses ever on Questas and Good. In addition, along with new rap sensation Focalistic, Motswako has now found a new home in Amapiano. But these individual gains do not reflect the social cloud Motswako once had. Most recently though, Motswako is slowly but surely getting its mojo back, with rap stress Bwiti continuing where Fifi Cooper left off during her short-lived reign at Ambitious Entertainment by recently featuring Botswana's William Last KRM on a track. Surely the unity Motswako was built on is coming back to life. Marafe, including Mo Mulimi, also jumped on a song with Cassper and DJ Lomonka, reuniting the home HHP had built after years of friction. What is undeniable is the imprint Motswako has left on the world beyond the streets of Mafikeng and Gaborone. Because as Motswako listeners know, Monna Gawe, wa seka, we out.